Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Jaja.
It's just the two of us today. We'll see. I don't know. James did tell us he's not going to be here today, but Gyasi, he was supposed to be here today, and I don't know where he is. So he might
Suddenly
be asleep.
we're cut in half.
Yep. Shame on you, Gyasi. Shame on you.
It's okay. He might jump on.
I've hopefully, like, he wasted money this weekend to go see a movie, just for the sake of talking about it on this show. So it's a little weird that he's not here, but whatever.
Yeah, I was hoping he was here for the Pokemon news. Like, I haven't been playing the latest Pokemon games, but I've been keeping track with the news. But I know he's been playing it probably.
Yeah. Maybe he'll pop up in like 5 minutes. Who knows? But for right now, you're just gonna be rocking with the two of us. Jaja, how have you been? What have you been up to?
Me, I've been chilling. A lot of work, so I don't have a lot of time to do nerdy things. It's like I gotta like really force it in and squeeze it in. But I did get to watch Free Guy, which I'm happy I did. Talk about that later. And what else have I done? I think I have one more episode of The Shaman King.
Okay.
And yeah, we didn't really critique it. I think we just talked about watching it, but I want to talk about it a little bit with James. Just a couple of things I want to mention, but I am enjoying it. The second half of the season is I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
What else have I've been playing the Marvel Avengers game.
Okay.
That I was talking about last week.
Yep.
So we got Black Panther now, and he's amazing. Like,
really?
And the whole area that they came out with for him is beautiful. Like, you just want to walk around. And there's a whole bunch of the soldiers, the Dora Milaje, like around the palace. And if you're just walking past them, they all like stand at attention as soon as you pass them. So it's like you just want to walk around the palace. It's really beautiful. They did a good job. The gameplay, like I really didn't like highlight how good the gameplay is last week. I just said like it was a beat 'em up, but like it really has a lot of cool RPG elements. Like none of the two characters are the same. They all have different abilities and different ways they can affect the team. So when you team up, you like can strategize based on how your character is geared up. So it's like it can get really advanced.
Okay.
But so I definitely recommend. It's a really good game.
Okay.
I have not been playing Call of Duty Battle Pass. So
no, wow, Jaja, shame on you. So you have been playing Call of Duty.
I didn't say that. You saying that I have not been playing Call of Duty Battle Pass.
For everyone, for those of you who watch our YouTube, Jaja was winking, so that means that he's lying.
Well, I could be just blinking.
With one eye?
Yep.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, that wraps up my nerdy things for the most part.
What have I done? Like you, I've been like really busy, so it's hard to do a lot of nerdy things. But I did see Free Guy. Also, I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077. The patch came out that's supposed to like fix a lot of the bugs. The game is still pretty buggy though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, I don't know how it was before, so I can't compare it because I just got it. My boyfriend got us the PS4 version because it was on sale at Best Buy for $10. So we got that one.
I was just gonna say that. I saw an article saying that it was on sale for $10. And when I went to Best Buy, like it was probably like a day or two later.
Yeah.
So
were they all gone? Or were they it
was regular price.
Oh yeah, it was probably only $10 for like a day, probably.
Yeah, because I was gonna get it if it was $10.
Yeah. When my boyfriend went to pick it up, he said that there were a lot of the game like in the pickup section, like there were a lot of them stacked there. So it was probably only for a day, and like everyone like bought them at $10, and then it just went back to normal.
Yeah, they said something like there's a surplus. They were having trouble getting rid of the copies of the game or something like that.
Of course, because all the problems it was having. But we were playing it a little bit. It's cool, but yeah, like I said, it's still pretty buggy. It still crashes at random points. But
is that buggy?
Yeah.
Wow. That game was one of the most hyped games like of the last year, right?
Yeah, it was. But like I said, I didn't play it before when it originally came out, so I can't really compare it to anything. But it's still a little buggy. So I don't know. If you don't, I still wouldn't recommend paying full price for it. If you manage to snag it for $10, good for you. But like, don't buy it at $60.
I mean, I don't think most games are worth $60. So
No, very few are worth $60. I
Right.
feel like only like a 40-hour RPG is worth $60. I don't think like short games are worth $60. Like
yeah,
Spider-Man Miles Morales. I got that game with my PlayStation 5, but like I wouldn't have wanted to pay $60 for it because it's only a 10-hour game. And I feel like that's a little ridiculous. So
right. It should have been more like $40,
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. The game has to have replay value to be 60.
Yeah, really good replay value. But yeah, that's my advice to you for Cyberpunk. if you were debating getting it after the patch, I still don't think it's worth it at $60.
Okay, I'll wait till it goes on sale then. You convinced me.
I think that they just need to start over again, honestly. Like, just scrap it. Like, I don't understand how the game came out. I don't understand how it was approved to come out with that many bugs, but whatever. Oh, you know what? I know how it was approved to come out. The same thing that we saw in Free Guy. That's the kind of pressure. That's what goes on at these video games companies. They don't care about these bugs. They just want to make the money.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that though. We'll get to that. So let's start with some news. It was a big week for Pokemon this past week. A lot of things announced. Jaja, I don't know if you want to go into it a little bit.
Well, just real quick, they announced like a Pokemon Go Pick Me, like the same people who made Pokemon Go are coming out with like the how do you say that? Pick Me?
Pick I don't know. Pikmin.
Yeah, a Pokemon game. You can run through the updates. I don't have them like right in front of me. I think
Oh
it's
yes,
Pearl
okay.
and
Okay. So first of all, I don't really care about a lot of this Pokemon news. I'm not gonna be. I only care about one game, but I'll get to that. I'll go through all of it just in case, just not to be biased towards one thing. Okay, so it is it's a Pokemon Go style game.
they're just saying like it's a Pokemon Go style game. There's like not much to say.
It's an AR game though, right?
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Also, Pokemon Unite launches in September. I think I'm gonna have to play that it launches on mobile.
Is that the mobile game?
September. I think it's on Switch right now, but it's coming out for mobile.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they're putting Sylveon and Mamoswine are coming to Pokemon Unite. Whoever knows the Pokemon, if you're hyped for those two, they're coming to Unite. They're coming out with a Switch that is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl themed.
Are you gonna get that, Jaja, since you still don't have a Switch yet?
Absolutely not. It's probably more expensive than the regular one.
That's true. That's true. That's true. It probably is. Probably like $50 more expensive than the regular one, but still, that's a significant amount of money.
Yeah, like yeah. But if it goes on sale, I'll get it.
It's not gonna go on sale.
I think they're remaking Diamond and Pearl, updating those two. And they're adding features like hideaways. I guess they're like zones where you could go catch a new Pokemon.
Yep.
And partner, and I think you're gonna have partners, I guess. And I heard your Pokemon can follow you in it, like the yellow version.
Yeah. That's
and
cool.
It's gonna be based off of Platinum.
Yes.
So is that it for Pokemon?
No. So two more things. So I think like 2 legendary Pokemon are coming to Pokemon Go. Wooloo and Zycan. I don't know how to pronounce that one because I don't call modern Pokemon that way.
That's not the Sword and Shield ones, right? Those are just 2 legendary dogs, right? This is what we need Gyasi for.
I know, but I played that game. I played Sword and Shield, but I didn't finish it, so I don't know. But
it doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like them. They look like, I don't know.
I'm not trying to get yelled at by the fans for saying something wrong. I don't know, guys. Is it? It kind of does, but I don't know. I'm not into modern Pokemon, so I don't really know a lot about this modern stuff. You know what I mean? So whatever. They're coming to Pokemon Go. So I imagine that I don't play Pokemon Go anymore, but I imagine for a lot of people that still play Pokemon Go. That's kind of cool to
Right.
look for those Pokemon. It reminds me of the time when like there were mobs, like when Pokemon Go was really popular, and there were mobs of people trying to catch like rare Pokemon.
Gyarados and
Yeah.
like legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun times.
Those were really fun times. That doesn't happen anymore. But the
Just
summer,
going to a spot and just seeing a bunch of people sitting there playing
yeah,
Pokemon Go. Like.
that doesn't happen anymore. But I remember one time where I was walking home, and like I saw a whole bunch of people running in one direction, like a huge crowd of people, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then somebody stopped, and they were like, "There's a which Pokemon? There's an Arcanine and over there in Central Park." So like everyone was running. So like
Right.
I
Central Park was the spot. Like,
yeah, it was. So like I ran over there too, and like I was trying to catch it. It was so fun, and I ended up catching it. But like it was cool. I miss those days. I wish
like you literally somebody's like, oh, there's something over here, and everyone just runs right over there. It's great.
Those were good times. That was a good era. It was. I still wish it was as popular, but it's not. But quite a few people still play it, but I don't. Do you still play it?
Yeah, I don't, but I did recently see somebody playing it, and I was like, wow. I was like, did you just catch a Pokemon just now? Okay. But they did announce that there's 900 Pokemon now. I thought there would be more.
Yeah.
Apparently the number is 900 right now.
I mean, 900 is a lot. Honestly, it's too much to keep up with. The biggest Pokemon news, though, that I'm looking forward to is Pokemon Legends, the new RPG that's coming out for Switch. You have to get a Switch so that you can play this game, Jaja.
Yes, I would get one just for Pokemon. Just for Pokemon and Game Builder, I would get a Switch. That's worth it alone.
Yeah, truly open world Pokemon. Like the gameplay, I watched a gameplay trailer the other day, or like just like a regular trailer, and it looks so cool. It reminds me of Zelda a little bit, so I'm just like, this is like, I can't wait for this. But that's gonna.
And you play as a person or a Pokemon?
A person.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's gonna come out early next year, and I will be getting that when it comes out. So I'm excited. So that is your Pokemon news. Everything that came that happened at the Pokemon kind of conference they had. And let me see if there's anything else worthwhile in here. Wasn't there something else that you said you want to talk about? Oh yeah, I talked about time.
I mean, there's I want to talk about how the Fortnite has the imposters.
Oh yeah. Isn't that not happening though?
I'm not sure what the latest update is, but I wanted to talk about it more close to the Free Guy because I feel like it connects with that movie.
Okay. Got it. Oh, look. Gyasi just texted me. Let's see what he says.
Gyasi.
This is real-time flakiness that you're witnessing. He's like, oh my God, today's Sunday. I'm just like,
Dang. The struggle is real. Homeboy playing Overwatch till 5 a.m. Don't even know what.
He said he thought it was Saturday. I'm gonna give him a big underscore face. But I don't understand how he thought it was Saturday when I literally wrote in the group, here's the rundown information for tomorrow, guys. He's like, just do it without me, my bad. I'm gonna give him an underscore face and tell him I hate him.
Tell him he still has time.
He's probably not even ready. He's probably not even up. Anyway, there you go, guys. You're getting a glimpse of the flakiness that is Gyasi.
Yes, the show must go on, though.
But yes, the show must go on. We're all good here, so that's it. So I don't know if there's any. So we'll come back to that. So really quickly, let's just touch on the little bit of TV movie news that we've seen. Did you watch the Star Wars Vision trailer?
I did not watch the trailer. I've seen screenshots from the show though.
It's pretty cool, and I didn't know that this was a thing. This is the first time. So the trailer. So it's basically like a Star Wars anime style type show. Like it's Star Wars, but it's anime, and it looks really cool. Yeah. It looks really, really cool.
The animation looks good. It definitely looks good. I wonder if they're gonna have Japanese voice actors though. Like, is it gonna be like something meant to watch in Japanese, or is it gonna be just like an American style anime like we've been getting on Netflix?
I don't know. The trailer was in Japanese, so I don't know.
Oh, the trailer wasn't Japanese?
Yeah, the trailer.
That's promising.
The trailer wasn't Japanese. Yeah, it was. So I think
Okay.
it's going to be like an authentic anime style type thing.
Disney is slowly taking over.
Disney is taking over
the world.
Oh, look, Gyasi said he's coming. I said to bring yourself here so we can talk about Free Guy.
But yeah, it's kind of like disgusting. I like if I wasn't so like happy with their products, I'd probably be very terrified.
Who, Disney? Oh yeah, of how much of a monster conglomerate it is. Yeah. It's truly like really bad, but they produce really good content. But it's kind of scary how much they're taking over. People should be a little concerned actually. But whatever. Whatever. It's okay.
Even with their bad business practices.
Yeah, but not as bad as Activision.
Right.
I'm gonna try to look for the release date just because like it's in Japanese, like everything's in Japanese. Like the text at the end of the trailer is in Japanese too. So like I don't know when it's coming out. Let's see. September 22nd. There is so many things coming out in the fall. It's so crazy. Right? Oh, look, there's so many things coming out in the fall. It's crazy. It's crazy. I just let Gyasi in. Well. All right, let's give it a second.
Hello.
Look who decided to show up to the podcast.
Me.
It is
Mr. Gyasi.
I did not know it was Sunday. Something to do every day.
It's all that Overwatch you playing, man.
It is. I'm playing too much Overwatch. It's fucking on my head.
Gyasi, we were just talking about the Star Wars Vision trailer that you have put in the rundown. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, that looks dope. Like Star Wars anime.
It does. It does look really cool. It comes out. I was just saying that it comes out September 22nd. And we were just saying that like so much stuff is coming out in the fall. Like so many things. It's gonna be crazy.
We're getting Shang-Chi. We're getting Eternals. We're getting Spider-Man possibly.
Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man's supposedly coming out in December, but people are getting scared because there's still no trailer. So they don't know, like we don't really know what's going on with that.
Right. I think some information is starting to leak, but it might just be made up stuff. They've been like they don't have to advertise that movie out of all of them. That's the one that's been hyped up by the fans the most.
That's the one you should advertise though, because people are looking forward to it probably the most. So like you should release a trailer. You know what I mean? Just to like get people.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, we're just getting a real Eternals trailer. Like the trailer before was like kind of.
But we still had it. But we still had a trailer. You know what I mean? They still released a trailer. Like this is the last one, and it's definitely the best one that we've seen.
Like,
but we still saw
the whole movie. That last Eternals trailer.
I
know the whole plot now. Like
you do kind of.
I mean, I forgot to mention in my nerdy things. I don't know if you saw the second What If episode.
Yes. Oh yeah. Duh. It's just that it comes on Wednesday, so by the time Sunday comes, I forgot I watched it. I did see What If. Yes. It was good. It was way, but I liked. Oh, well, sorry, we're jumping ahead. Let's really quick talk about the Eternals trailer. Yeah, I'm way more excited for Eternals now than I was before. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
That trailer was crazy. Like it was really impressive.
It was. The visuals.
Homeboy looked like Superman. Like he looked better than Superman did in his movies. You know what I mean?
Who are you talking about? Are you talking about what's his face? There's so many of them. I feel like
there is so many of them.
I feel like there's too many of them for them to make like I'm not gonna be able to care about all of them because there's so many of them to like squeeze into a movie.
So Kit Harington is the guy who played Jon Snow, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And the older brother, I forget his name.
I don't know his real name.
But his character in the Eternals looks beast. Like it looks like our version of Superman kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. The visuals were cool when they showed like the celestial, I forgot his name, the big one in space. I was like, he looks really cool. I'm looking forward to it. In the comic books though, so Thanos is an Eternal also, but in the comic books, he was born with a deviant gene. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're like choosing not to acknowledge that in the movies because if so, then technically the Eternals.
I mean, I was just gonna say, I'm glad they talked about Thanos. Like they acknowledged Thanos in the trailer and explained why they couldn't interfere. So hopefully they'll dive deeper into that.
Yes. Well, they said they couldn't interfere unless a deviant is involved, but historically, Thanos has a deviant gene. So that's what I'm saying. They're probably choosing not to acknowledge that for the MCU, because otherwise
they either have to explain it why they didn't interfere with his deviant gene, or say that he doesn't have a deviant gene. You know?
Yeah, that's probably more what I'm leaning towards. He probably like that information is probably irrelevant in like the MCU. He probably doesn't have a deviant gene. I don't know, but he turned out to be evil, so I guess that's the only thing that makes sense to me. But we'll see.
I can't wait for it.
And that comes out in November. So Shang-Chi first.
Not too far.
Eternal second.
And Shang-Chi's world premiere happened already. And there's
Shang-Chi comes out. Shang-Chi comes out next Friday, guys. Yeah.
So yeah, it comes out this Friday pretty much.
Oh my God, that's another movie. Wait, is Shang-Chi gonna be on Disney Plus?
I was just about to ask.
Nope, I don't think so.
Oh shoot. I gotta go back to the movies.
It's an exclusive.
Oh my God, hold on.
I feel like this is the test to see like how many people are willing to go to the theaters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, is No, not Shang. What?
I'm pretty sure it's exclusive.
I thought that Shang-Chi was the last movie that was going to be on Disney Plus Premier Access, and then the Eternals was only going to be in the theater. We'll see. Oh nope. Oh, you know what it is? It's not going to be available when it comes out. It's going to be available, I think, 45 days after it comes out.
Oh.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay Premier Access.
I think you do have to pay Premier Access.
I feel like all the movies are available 45 days after they come out of theaters.
I thought it was. You might be right. I don't know. Either way, it's not going to be on Disney Plus next week, which means that I have to make another trip back to the movies to go see this. So
get your mask.
Huh?
You better get your mask and your hand sanitizer.
Yeah. So let's really quick talk before we talk about Free Guy. So I guess we'll have a review of Shang-Chi next week.
We should touch on What If real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Before we talk about Free Guy, let's talk about What If. This episode of What If was way better than last week's episode of What If.
So can I say something real quick? I didn't understand you and James last week when y'all was saying that the first episode was slow, but was it that because we already seen that plot already? That?
I don't know if it was because we've already seen the plot. I just don't really care about Peggy Carter enough to be interested in her storyline. I think that's what.
All right, because the second episode, we didn't know what was gonna happen. It was kind of based on Guardians of the Galaxy, but there was no scenes from the movie that were exactly the same for the most part.
It was so different. The Thanos part threw me off so much. I'm like, what is going on right now?
Thanos stole the episode. I loved that version of Thanos. It was awesome.
I'm like, wait, what? So Star-Lord was able to convince Thanos to not murder half the population with his words, with a really good speech. That's crazy.
Yeah, but did you notice that he had that effect on multiple characters in that episode? They really did Chadwick Boseman a good job, sending him off. I really liked it.
He's actually going to be in 3 more episodes this season, so that wasn't the last time we see him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I don't know what was going on with Gamora's wig. I'm like, why? Her hair. I'm like, why did they do this to her? It was really disturbing. It was bothering me the whole time. I was like, what? I was like, what's going on? Why does she have blonde hair? I don't like it. I don't.
Oh man. Do you think we're gonna get a sequel? Because you know how it ended on that cliffhanger.
Yeah, I actually forgot. It's been several days now, so I don't remember how the episode. I don't remember how the episode ended.
With what's the guy's name? Peter Quill's dad.
Oh right, Peter Quill's gonna be evil. I think.
Right, possibly.
Yes, I think so. I think he's gonna join his dad because before, he resisted his dad, and now he's gonna join him because he doesn't know any better. And I feel like he's gonna be, or his quest to take over the world. I feel like he's gonna help him.
He wasn't brought up by Yondu, and he didn't have that alternate family with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. So he possibly might go a different direction and take over the world with his dad.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see. And I wonder because I know that Gamora and Rocket are gonna be in the show too. So I wonder if they're not part of the Guardians, this new Guardians, I wonder what they're doing or what they're a part of, or whose team they're on.
Because we do get them in that Avengers mashup episode at least. So
yeah, maybe they're
that was interesting.
Maybe they're original Avengers members in this alternate universe. I don't know. I don't know where they are, but that was a good episode, and the Thanos thing was really It was funny. It was funny. What else was I about to say? But yeah, I really enjoyed that Guardians team. It was fun. I give this episode an 8.
8.
Didn't you give last week's episode an 8, Jaja?
I give it an 8. Yeah, I most likely did. Yeah.
No, I think you gave it a 6. I think James gave it.
No, I probably gave it an 8. I think you guys gave it like a 7 or something like that.
I gave it a 6, maybe a 7. I don't remember. Gyasi, what do you give this episode?
A 10 for Chad.
You give it a 10? Oh, from Chadwick. Yeah.
Perfect score right there.
Yeah. That's good. You know what? I feel like a lot. Oh yeah, Jaja, what do you give it?
I have to give it like 9.5.
Okay, now you're making me feel bad for my 8. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 9.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like it's harder to recognize these actors' voices when you can't really see their faces. Cause like the whole like Yandu, I was wondering because like it kind of sounded like him, but it kind of didn't. So I was like, is this the same person that played him? I feel like I have to question it for like every person I hear. Because like it's hard when you can't see their face to know if it's actually them. So that's what's interesting about this show also. I think
right. Real quick, I thought they did a good job with the voice acting, but you just reminded me of the Marvel Avengers game. Though that's the one bad thing about it. Black Panther's voice is horrible.
Oh yeah, because like it's all different people. People are like they're not playing.
Everybody else is kind of decent, but it's like really bad accent and everything.
Bad accent, yeah.
But, yeah. Moving on.
So this week's episode of What If is gonna be Loki Invasion, episode 3. So that's what we have to look forward to there. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's talk about Free Guy. We all saw it.
Yes.
It was a movie that like I feel like there was a lot of promotion going on for it, but it's not something I was really thinking about seeing. I didn't really know what it was about until like very late when I read an article about what it was about, and I was like, oh, this is cool. So I'm really glad I went to go see it because like it was really, really good. It was really good. I feel like it was the idea was very original.
Yeah.
And it's refreshing because like there's in an age of reboots and an age of like overdone plots, I thought it was very different. So
yeah, like you said, I went into the movie not knowing really what the plot was. Like I knew it was going to be gaming related and programming related, but that's it.
Yeah.
And I like how did you see Ready Player One? Because I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw it.
I feel like I saw it in passing. I haven't actually like sat down and watched it front to back.
Did it have anything to do with like the actual programming of that space, or it was just like the gamer side of it, right?
It's about them being in the game, yeah.
Okay. Because I like the combination of the programming and the gaming side of it together.
I just want to point out that this is the first time I've been to the movie theater since the pandemic started. And I was, I didn't realize that they weren't like socially distancing in the movie theater anymore. So my seat ended up being like literally right next to some strange man. And I was just like, oh. I know, because I forgot. And then we were like halfway through the movie and I'm just like, I've already been sitting next to this guy for too long. So if whatever germs he has, I already have them because I've been sitting next to him too long. But he was wearing a face shield and a mask. So I was like, all right, I feel a little better about this. But the movie theater.
He's sitting there worried about you.
Right, I know. But be like, don't worry. I already had COVID. I'm not gonna give you COVID. I already had it.
Oh damn, I should have sitting next to me right now.
Well, yeah, everybody is traumatized. Like it's so awkward when you see somebody that you know. It's like, do you give them a handshake, fist bump, elbow bump?
Yeah.
Give them a head nod. Like what's going?
Just
it's mad awkward now.
Give him a head nod and keep him moving. But I guess we have to get used to it because like Shang-Chi, if you go to the movies to see that, the movie theater is probably gonna be packed. Definitely way more than it was for Free Guy. So I guess I'm probably gonna be sitting next to a stranger again. We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be fully packed. I feel like I gotta wait a week or something.
No, you can't wait a week, Jeffrey. You have to go. We have to talk about.
It's gonna be like regular, like time packed.
Maybe I guess
this is. I feel like this is gonna be the test to see if any of these other movies can even come out this year. Because
oh yeah,
true. True. Yep.
Huge COVID surges connected to.
Right?
No, Gyasi, all you have to do is wear a face shield. Just wear.
I can see the article now. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like huge COVID cases
Connected to the movie theaters.
Yeah, to the release of Shang-Chi. Like
wear a face shield and a mask. You'll be fine.
If I had a movie theater, I would get the costumes from Among Us, like get some ponchos that are like look like the costumes from Among Us and make everybody wear those. Like everyone gets one.
But really quick, what I liked most about Free Guy was the cameos. There were a lot of cameos in the movie, and I appreciated it. I like the fact that they use like real game streamers in the movie as well. One of them I knew, Jack Septiceye. He was like the guy with the Irish accent. I watched him. I actually watched a lot of his playthroughs. So it was cool to see him in the movie. And yeah, the Chris Evans cameo, like there was just like so much. I was like, this movie is like so well done. Like so much went into it.
Yes, that Chris Evans cameo. Can we talk about the little Marvel Easter egg there?
Yes.
Came up with the Captain America shield and the Hulk fist.
In the Hulk fist.
Like,
it would have been cool if they had Mark Ruffalo cameo too. But and
then right after that, it goes into him wielding a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like, so immediately I'm like, okay, Disney's fingerprints are all over this. I had to go look up the who made the movie. So the production company, the distribution company is 20th Century Studios, which is owned by Walt Disney Studios.
Yeah.
So
that's why they were able to. That's why they were able to use all that stuff.
Yeah, they just advertising their other shows in that show.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw, but one of the guy whose base they went into, who his character was played by what's the guy's name from Magic Mike?
Shannon Tatum.
Shannon Tatum. So the guy, the actual guy who's playing the video game in his house, there was a poster of some Marvel stuff behind him and a Rick and Morty poster. Yeah. And why I'm bringing that up is because in Rick and Morty, this new season, they're constantly making Marvel references. They constantly bringing up like Avengers and just like Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
And come to find out, a lot of the people that worked on the Rick and Morty are now writing movies and doing stuff for Disney and Marvel. So it's kind of like a whole family thing. They're advertising each other on the low.
Disney really does have a hand in everything. It's so scary. They literally injected themselves into this movie and spread their little
Disney sees
subliminal messaging, subliminal advertising throughout this whole movie. It's crazy.
Right. And even before the movie came out, remember Deadpool and
Korg, when
Korg were critiquing the movie. So
it's
all advertising.
I'm not complaining about it though. It was really well done, and the advertising is really smart. And I feel like it's good steps for Ryan Reynolds since he is going to be part of the MCU. And when Deadpool 3 comes out, I feel like all the advertising is combined together. I just wish that the advertising for this movie would have been a little better, because I feel like the Korg Deadpool thing was the only advertising for this movie I saw. Maybe I'm wrong, but like I feel like it's the only advertising.
I don't blame them for not advertising these days, because look at the times we're in. Who knows if you're even going to make back the money off of what you spend,
that's true, but I also feel like that's an argument that you should advertise, because then you want to get people interested in seeing the movie, you know what I mean? Because like in COVID times, like if I don't know anything about this movie, I'm probably not gonna go see it in the movie theater if it's only going to be in the movie theater. But if you advertise it and I saw a commercial for it and I'm like, oh, that looks cool, maybe I'll go to the theater. I feel like that the advertising is worth it in that sense.
I agree with you. But I wonder like how much money do they get from like streaming it? Because maybe it just might be worth it to just get it through the movie theater and put it on a streaming service and get your money there.
Maybe, but I have no idea how this stuff works and like where the money's at.
I do have a question. About the movie. Which like games do you think most inspired like that world, that open world that they were in?
Fortnite.
Yeah, definitely Fortnite. They use Fortnite axe at the end.
Well, I don't play a lot of shooters, so I don't really know. But Fortnite was the only thing that came to mind for me.
You have you played GTA Online?
No.
Hey, that's definitely GTA.
Oh, GTA.
Yeah, it was literally Grand Theft Auto Online and Fortnite had a baby. Like that's all I kept thinking about. Like, and I thought in the beginning, I'm thinking like, oh, this movie is like a love letter to the people who just get killed in GTA Online, just trying to survive. Like that's all I kept thinking about was like, damn, this is how I feel when I go to GTA Online and everybody just has all the stuff and everything's blowing up around you, and you're just trying to, do your daily missions and do your businesses, and people just killing you for no reason. Like, but then it turned out to be a different love story, which was all right.
Yeah. I do like the plot. I like the in-game plot, and I liked the the real world plot of the two friends that their code was stolen, and by this like big.
I liked the plot. I wasn't too thrilled with their acting, like them two in particular.
I thought they were fine. I wasn't thrilled with Taika Waititi's acting. I was like, you should just
I really liked him.
You did?
I loved him.
Didn't.
Like, he was awesome.
I was like, you should just stick to directing 4 movies. Do not.
You didn't like his character? That's
no,
crazy.
not really. Not really. His like wanna be down type of demeanor was like not. It was. I was not feeling.
He was just like a real like I don't know. He reminded me of, I don't know what he reminded me of, but it was just like, remember that scene where he's talking to the guy and the guy who's programming, and he thinks like he's getting cool with him, and he's like, oh, you think we're cool? We're gonna come with like a handshake or a secret passphrase, and he just tells him like, get back to work. I thought his character was great. Like,
I don't know. I feel like it was a little much at times. So
I felt like the whole movie was just like about Blizzard. That's what I feel like it was about.
Wait, what?
Like the whole corporation, like it just reminded me of like everything going on with Blizzard and their games.
Oh yeah. Very, very true. Very, very, very true. It makes me kind of think like how many like minor level programmers, like I feel like this happens to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
their code gets stolen.
Yeah, I feel like that happens more often than not.
That, yeah, that was the bigger theme in this movie that I wanted to talk about, like companies stealing other people's companies' work without permission and just using it. Like the most recent one is Fortnite trying to do imposters, which is just Among Us in their game.
Yeah.
But it's been happening like a lot recently. Like Fortnite is a copy of PUBG, and then Apex Legends and Warzone from Call of Duty and Apex Legends, I was gonna say. But what were you saying, Shannon?
But Among Us is not like, there's been many games before Among Us that are like, Among Us is not an original idea. Like there are a lot of games that are like that already. Yeah.
So that's what I was gonna say also, because it's like when Halo first came out, there weren't that many first-person shooters, and then you just got a flood of first-person shooters, and it goes back to like sports games. I was looking at the different like NBA 2Ks versus like EA, and it's like when somebody comes out with a new feature, everybody kind of has to adopt that new feature and come out with more stuff if you want to keep up. So it's an interesting topic, like what's copying and what's just like pushing everything forward.
I feel like you're copying, if you take the likeness of something, you can probably still get away with that if you're not using anyone's specific code. So
right. So if you build it from the ground up yourself, but it resembles something else.
Yeah, then I feel like that's how you get away with it. Like Among Us, like there's been so many different games, like you just slap a different skin on it and then you can get away with it. You know what I mean?
Right. But like, I feel like programming, you correct me if I'm wrong, Gyasi, but like a lot of the ways in which we program is based off other people's code. It's like nothing's really built from the ground up. Everyone's using somebody else's engine or using somebody else's, template for how do you solve this problem.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody, there's a lot of, like open source stuff, like a lot of people sharing and like coding and like tech.
Yeah, but like that's all with the permission of the person who created the code, right? You're not just taking
so it's like code. What is the line, I guess? When does it become stealing? And
when like, you don't ask me for my code and I just see it in your servers.
I mean, like if you have something like because what they created was something like really like unique, I guess. Like so that was like stealing.
Yeah.
Right.
A freaking video game character that develops feelings like a robot. That's kind of scary because I feel like that's what's happening in the world right now.
I feel like it made like gaming companies have to like upgrade their NPC skills. You know what I mean? Like somebody has to come out with some dope NPCs now. They can't just be doing the same thing every day. They got to be mad dynamic and alive. But I definitely do feel bad for like the random characters on video games now. I'm really gonna like try not to kill them.
Justice for the NPCs. They just want to walk down the street without being run over.
Their moments are real. All right, it's real for them.
Yeah, I'm the type of person who'll be driving on the sidewalk and grab the photos. So
I like in games where like I like run into NPCs all the time. Like I hit them by accident. Like in games when I'm trying to like run down the street and like they're just all over the place. So now it does make me feel a little bad for them. Maybe I'll be nicer to them. It's not fun. They have feelings, guys. They are upset when you punch them in the face for no reason.
And I forget the actor's name. I gotta get better with the names of these actors and stuff. But the guy who was the security guard at the bank.
Oh, that's
Little
I
Rel?
like this character
Rel, yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him a nice little send off at the end too. That's like that's crazy.
I like his role.
I liked his role. Like I'm a little like hot and cold on Little Rel. Like sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't. But he was good in this movie.
My question, I think there was a part where like he started manifesting the weapons on his own without the glasses.
Which part was that?
What was the? I don't know. I might be mistaken because there was a part right after that. I think when he was fighting himself, his glasses got knocked off, and then he started manifesting all that Marvel stuff and all this stuff.
He put the glasses. They got knocked off, but I thought he put them back on.
Yeah, and then he put them on the guy.
I forgot.
I don't know. I just had a question like during that scene. After that happened, I was like, yo, so why are the glasses so important if he doesn't need them to like to use his items and stuff? But then he put them on himself, and my question was like immediately answered.
There was another plot hole too when she was trying to get him to remember everything after they reset the servers and she kissed him and then his memory came back. But if there's no button for kissing, then how did she do that? You know what I mean? Like they talked about that earlier. Like how did that happen?
Yeah, how did he kiss her? Yeah,
she found the button.
Yeah, she found the
button. But I thought it was weird how when Homeboy showed up at her house with like the breakthrough news of like all the code, like the code about the AI, and all she was worried about was like being in love with him. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Because she liked him and then she learned that he's a robot. So I guess that's kind of traumatizing. I don't know.
Right. But like, if you're, I don't know, I would have automatically thought of the person who coded that robot. You know what I mean? Like, it was a very obvious.
Because he likes her, yeah.
Plot.
I was like, oh, a little love story at the end too.
Yeah, and then it took the AI to tell you like there was somebody who wrote me, and then she's like, "Oh my god, I must like this guy."
I feel like this movie could have done without the love story element. Like if they didn't get together, I feel like it would have been fine. It would have been fine. Like they could have just continued on being friends. Like why? Like
you needed the love story element just to get
oh man,
I don't think memories back. I think.
Yeah. Well, that love story element, but I'm talking about between like the two real life characters. I don't think we needed a love story there. You know what I mean?
It would have been weird if the real life characters weren't in love. Like she would, then it would have been like, okay, now I know why you're obsessing with this AI guy. But like,
yeah, but that's what happened though. So they ended up realizing that they liked each other at the very end. And I was just like, I don't think we needed that. They could have just continued on being friends. You know what I mean? You guys just started your own indie company. You don't need to love each other when you're in business together.
This is messing with the business right now.
Right.
Just be friends.
That's funny. Because I have this conversation all the time with some of my coworkers, like, can guys and girls like be friends for real? And by the end of this movie, I was like, see, I told you guys and girls can't be friends. Look at that.
Of course they can. It's a ridiculous statement.
But
they can. But I just feel like
I think it would be weird without their love story, like, just like her and the AI. It would have been like, something's wrong with this chick. I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't necessary, especially right at the end. We didn't really get to, I just feel like it was a last minute thing that they just threw in there.
That's weird that I didn't like their acting. Those two, the two people who fell in love. Their acting specifically, but I didn't mind the love story. That's
I thought that their acting was perfectly fine. I thought it was
my man Steve from Stranger Things.
Yeah, Steve from Stranger Things. Yeah.
I didn't. Like when he was in his office, like pacing around like a nervous wreck, thinking he's gonna get caught. It's like, yo, bro, relax. Like, just sit down and go on your computer. Like, why are you acting like everyone's watching you?
I think
it was that funny.
I don't know. I feel like I thought it was fine. So I had a random sorry. So I was looking at Taika Waititi's other acting works just to see like maybe if I've seen something else that he was in. Do you know that he plays Korg? Like do you know he voices Korg in Thor? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I think I knew that.
Oh, I did not know that. Anyway, I didn't like him in this movie. So
why didn't you like him? You didn't like his character?
Yeah, I just didn't like his character. I didn't like the character he was trying to portray.
He was too eccentric.
It was okay, but like I found it at times being a little corny.
Okay.
Yeah, but like it wasn't like it just wasn't my favorite. But like,
whatever. Would you have liked him better to just be more of an asshole, like a person like that we hate?
I don't know. I mean, wasn't he kind of already a person that we hate?
I don't know. I think that's why they threw in the comedic part of him, just so like
we wouldn't hate him as much.
Yeah.
Maybe. But either way, the movie was still really well done. I have nothing really bad to say about it. Like I said, all the cameos that went into it, all like the real kind of like world elements that went into the movie. Like it was really good. So
it was really well done. I agree.
Yeah, and like I said,
I got excited in the beginning when. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was about to say I got excited in the beginning when he first put on the glasses and he saw the health like item. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a great movie.
For everyone who isn't like familiar with the movie, because like I said, the advertising wasn't that great. It's a great movie if you're a nerd. I think you will automatically appreciate it. If you're a gamer, if you're a nerd, you'll appreciate the movie like so much. I think so. Like if you haven't seen it, or if you didn't have plans to see it before, you should definitely go out and see it.
I do find it interesting that like a lot of the like gamer representation was like either little kids or like a real like, I don't want to like label that like nerd, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like that stereotype, the nerd geek stereotype who's just like at home like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Not enough normal people playing.
Yeah, it's like everybody is into that. You know what I mean? I think they might have had one person when like when he took off one of the characters' glasses and they flashed to the person who was playing, and he was like, "Yo, we took off my glasses. You're not supposed to do that." That might have been one of the like normal people, but it was like the rest of them were just kids or straight like
But like this movie kind of makes me think about. Like after I watched that Facebook news piece that you put in the rundown, Jaja, it kind of like makes me think about that a little bit, about how like people are trying to make like the internet and like games a place where you can actually be. You know what I mean? Like where you
there's a lot of companies trying to like develop virtual worlds where you just go in them and like live.
Yeah.
Like run a store, make money, all that.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, like Mark Zuckerberg, like he was on CBS this morning and he was doing a story about how he wants to work on like a virtual world where you just like go and like live a second life basically. And I'm just like, that's cool, but that's also kind of scary.
Yeah, that's scary. Try to be like Sword Art Online or something like.
Yeah, basically
like that.
Technology is advancing like to a point where like stuff that we used to watch movies about like is actually happening now. It's a little.
Oh yeah.
Would you do that, Shannon? Would you go into a virtual world?
I mean, why? Like, who wouldn't do it? You know what I mean? Like, of course, people are gonna be curious about it, you know. But like, it's kind of scary because it's like you're gonna like be so obsessed with your virtual world, and you're not gonna want to live your real life.
So I mean, it's being done right now for years. Like World of Warcraft is like a main example of that. You go, I mean, it's without the VR, but like imagine you put on a VR headset and go into World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. And like there's even like cryptocurrencies, like one specifically called Decentraland, and they're like building a virtual world where you can buy like land plots and build whatever you want on it. Like
yeah,
a store, like whatever you think of, you can build and program onto it.
but that's what I'm saying. But like that's kind of scary because like imagine in your virtual world, like you're doing better than you're doing in your real life. Like you have more money.
No, but that's
like
that's what it's for. They want you to. They want you to quit your job and come work here, build a store, run your marketplace, and make money while you're home. And
that's cool though.
It's really interesting. It's like a huge big city, and you can see where everyone has like land bought, and it's like you can like live in there. Like wake up and just put on your VR and live there.
I feel like that's cool, but that's also scary. That's like ushering in a whole new era, and it's kind of like it's gonna be interesting to see like what the effects of that are gonna be on humankind. It's kind of weird.
But you go to the arcade these days, and that's a lot of the arcades now, VR headsets, and you're just
but like to wake up every day and go into this virtual world and spend like all day there, like living a second life instead of like you not living it. Like it's weird. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think of it like Facebook and Instagram is a version of it. You know what I mean? People do that for an insane amount of time. So
kind of, but I feel like this is different. I feel like this is you living a whole new virtual life.
People go to places just to take a picture to put it on.
I know. I feel like it's different. I don't know. I feel like it's different though.
I feel like that's worse. Like to Instagram.
I don't know about that. Gyasi, what do you think? Do you think it's worse?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Would you?
I mean,
if I
that's
could be,
why I prioritize the experience over like the memory or like preserving the memory, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes when I'm taking a video, I remember when I went to SeaWorld, I'm like taking a video of one of the shows, and I'm like, damn, I just want to sit here and watch the show. You know what I mean? Like it's taken away from the experience. But it's
true. But I don't know. I guess like if I was a millionaire in my virtual world and then I had to take my VR headset off and I'm like not a millionaire in my real life, I would be like, you know
what I mean? Well, I feel like that's the point of doing like VR and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
That's a good point right there.
Yeah, you want to.
But that's a fact. That's a fact.
Circumstances are.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know. We'll see. Like, I'll be very interested like when the first prototypes of this actually are a thing and we get to like actually see it. Interesting times we're living in. Virtual worlds and robots, iRobots being built by Tesla. You know, this is the world that we're living in now. So I guess we'll just talk about that really quick before we wrap up. So Elon Musk is working on a Tesla bot. I don't know if you saw the picture of it, but it looks exactly like the robots from iRobot. So I feel like this can only go one way. But the robots are supposed to be, I think they're going to be like 5'8" and going to weigh 125 pounds. And they're going to exist for like purposes of like getting groceries and like fixing cars and stuff like that. And I think that they're supposed to replace like some workers in some industries. So like that's kind of scary. That's yeah, it is. But Elon said that people have concerns about the robots. So Elon says that they are building the robots in a way that you can run away from them and most likely overpower them if they try to kill you. That's what he said. So,
until they learn how to make themselves and they just build themselves bigger.
Or they just learn, they develop self-learning and they can just, like, that's what happens with all robot movies. Like they become self-aware and they self-learn how to be destructive. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. Even if you don't program them that way, you know what I mean?
The robot's going to be trying to reach something. He's going to be like, I need bigger arms. He's going to detach his arms and just put on a big, gigantic one. Now let's see who can overpower who.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy the direction that we're moving in the world. We're in the future now, guys. So I guess I
feel like all the sci-fi futuristic movies that were made like back in the day, like people have been hard at work trying to make every last one of them come true. From back in the future. I was about to say back in time. Remember the hoverboard from Back in the Future?
Yeah.
And how that exists now. Deal about the date like that it took place in the movie, it happening in real life. Like they really wanted to make that happen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but that's I feel like that's all we had on the docket today, but I feel like that's something to take away from here. Just think about what life is going to be like in the next 5 years. I think that's something to think about. Because like the prototypes of these robots are going to be out next year, so it'll be here before you know it. So just think about that.
Remember the Jetsons?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was talking to somebody about this other day. Like it can either go one of two ways. Like it could either turn out to be a robot apocalypse, or it could turn out to be the Jetsons, where we live peacefully with the robots. It could go one of two ways.
I hope
No. Okay, wait, real quick before we wrap up. Would you rather have a zombie apocalypse, a robot apocalypse, or an alien apocalypse?
Ooh. A zombie, robot. Which one would I rather have?
Yes.
Definitely zombies.
I guess zombies. Yeah, I guess zombies.
Because I know more about zombies than the other two. Just that alone. Like I know if I stab you in the head, you're gonna die. Like robots and aliens, it's like I don't know what they pack it.
True.
What about you, Gyasi?
I said the same. Zombies.
Yeah, zombies.
I don't know about the robots might be too smart. The aliens might be too smart.
And the zombies are dumb, right? Yeah, I guess I would rather have zombies too, even though I'm terrified of the zombies. But I guess
not World War Z zombies, but just regular
Walking Dead zombies.
Yeah,
Walking Dead zombies. Yeah. Not World War Z zombies. I think that is just as scary as probably robots or aliens.
Yeah, it is.
So
they're too fast.
Yeah, but even in Walking Dead, they be having those abnormal zombies who just be going crazy. So gotta watch out for those.
Not in the first couple seasons though. I feel like they were just the slow zombies,
right?
Easy to escape from, unless you run into like a whole bunch of them. But I think it'll be fine. Just get your weapons ready now, guys, because
I have a nice bat.
I don't know how to kill a robot, so I feel like you should start researching how to kill robots because I feel like the robot apocalypse is way more likely than a zombie apocalypse to happen in real life. So
100%.
That's the apocalypse you should be ready for. So use your hacking skills, Gyasi. so you can
hack the robots,
deprogram them. Yeah, that's what you got to do. All right. If that's, does anybody have anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Nothing from me.
All right. Well, as always, guys, you can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Blerdsnerds. Yes. Send us an email, blerdsnerds@gmail.com. Rate, review, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Sorry. And then rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast listening app of choice. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm Gyasi.
And I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.